looks like Diwali has certainly started early for IT companies. If you look at the performance of IT companies this quarter, DC, if I look at Mindtree, sequential revenues have gone up 3.1%. But what's really stood out is the over 80% rise that we saw in the net profit number, and EBIT margins at 17.3% are the highest in years. So what's driving this trend, and are the margins sustainable going forward? Because a lot of this is also coming because of the freeze on salary hikes, the reduction in travel costs. Do you think this will continue through to the second half of the year as well?
Yeah, thank you, Chandra. Thank you for having me here. See, as far as the margin is concerned, this is not something which is a one-quarter phenomenon. In almost for the last 12 months, we had put together a plan. We had put a program in terms of how do you take the margin to a band which is more appropriate. So what you see today is a culmination of that. Of course, COVID has also helped because some of the costs in terms of travel, some of the marketing costs, those might have gone down a little bit. But having said that, our view is that we are now in a band. We have taken the EBITDA up to 19.6%, and we are going to definitely maintain this band going forward. That's what our plan is.
Right. And in terms of the deal wins, clearly a lot of momentum this quarter. What's your outlook as far as the second half is concerned? Which verticals in particular are you seeing more action in? If you can give us some color on that.
So if you look at our strategy has been very clearly articulated as 4 by 4 by 4. So there are 4 industry verticals we are deeply focused. So if I take those verticals, TTH is going to take some time to recover, travel, hospitality. But within the other verticals, there are 2 areas where we see a lot of momentum. One is CPG, and the other one is the technology. The technology clients, the spends are definitely very robust over there. But overall, I think it is fair to say that the growth is slowly coming back in the other verticals as well. It's probably difficult to call out too long, but we have said that given the pipeline that we have, given the order booking that we have made in the first half of the year, given all these aspects, we are very confident that we'll continue the growth momentum into the next quarter as well.
Right. A lot of companies are also talking about vendor consolidation kicking in among some of these clients. Will you benefit from it, or is the pie getting smaller? What trends are you seeing on that front?
Well, if you have aspiration to grow, you have to accept that there will be vendor consolidation. Difficult to call out whether will benefit or not benefit, but our aim is to benefit from those vendor consolidations. But we are fully geared for some of those vendor consolidations as and when they happen.
And in terms of the deals itself, DC, are we seeing it getting smaller, shorter, or are we seeing the large deals also coming on? In terms of the nature of deals, the pricing, what trends are you seeing?
Pricing is more or less stable. In terms of the nature of deals, the pipeline that we have right now and the TCV that we have closed in the first half of the fiscal year, you can say there is a significant portion of annuity deals also over there. So we are seeing good traction in terms of annuity deals, longer, larger tenure deals, and we are bullish that that trend will continue. But in terms of specifically in terms of discretionary spend, I think that spend cycle is shorter, which means that clients are very concerned about cash preservation. So they want to really make sure that the run part of the business is taken care of. But even if the discretionary, they're a bit cautious in terms of for how long they want to do the spend.
Do you expect an uptick to happen perhaps after the US presidential elections, once there is some clarity, certainty? Are people perhaps holding on to budgets or plans right now? Will we see it going up post, say, November, December, January?
Yeah, difficult to say because we don't know what is going to be the outcome, but we are watching the situation very closely. But I can say that irrespective of that, as I said, I'm very confident of continuing the growth momentum into Q3 and so we have to just wait and watch and see.
Right. Attrition has come down for you also. You've also said that you're going to roll out hikes from January. But I'm just curious about the total headcount. It's dipped by 128 people to 21,827 in a quarter where many companies' headcount has actually increased sequentially compared to the previous quarter. So is there something I'm missing here? Why are we seeing this happen?
Well, the thing is that that's what I talked about in terms of the programs that we have put together in terms of operational efficiency. And I think you have heard me say that we do a lot of upskilling and cross-skilling within the organization. There was definitely a slightly larger bench when this COVID situation happened. But as we have deployed people from the bench, we have also ensured that we cross-train and up-train them so that we can deploy properly. So what you see over here is a reflection of the fact that we have managed the operational rigor extremely well. The utilization has gone up, and we are also able to grow the revenues.
Right. And in terms of hiring plans, DC, again, that is something that we have seen coming back. Every company now is talking about hiring, some in large numbers, some conservatively, freshers, laterals across the board. What plans do you have on that front? Because, that still continues to be a good indicator of demand and growth for the industry.
See, hiring has never really stopped. In fact, we have been hiring freshers, and the freshers have also come on board. They have been trained leveraging our digital platform during the COVID. So that is going on. But as far as lateral hiring is concerned, we will always keep on hiring based on the demand. So there is no change in terms of the plan. What you see is as a blip in terms of headcount going down is more of retraining that we have done just to make sure that there's an opportunity for us to bring in more efficiency.
Right. Finally, if you have to kind of give an overview of the second half, do you expect it to be better than the first half, or should we brace for some uncertainties because the COVID situation is still volatile? We don't know what's going to happen. How do you see the second half of the year compared to the first half? First half has ended on a very good note for almost the entire IT pack. There's a lot of cheer. As I said, Diwali has certainly come early. But do you see this kind of continuing through to the second half of the year?
See, there are a lot of uncertainties that I think all of us understand. And in the middle of uncertainties, you need to just make sure that what you can predict. At this point of time, the confidence we have is that the growth momentum will definitely continue into Q3. So beyond that, it's very difficult to comment. But we are watching the situation very closely. We are, gearing up for any uncertainties, any further uncertainties. But overall, we seem to be on a good track.
Right. On that note, thank you very much for talking to ET now.
Thank you, Chandra. Thank you for having me here.
Happy Diwali to you, DC.
Happy
Have a
Diwali
nice
to you.
festival. Have a nice Durga Puja.
Yeah, thank you.